Hey guys, LWR Transport Games here, and we are back with another video. And today we're on Tier Maker, and we are going to list, this is all my opinions, the best and worst trains in Stepford County Railway. So I have them all down here. I have, I think that it's all of them. And here, we're basically just going to rank them in order. So, let's get started. Right, so, I think this is a Class 165. I like Class 165s. They're one of my local line. And they're really good and frequent. And in Stepford County Railway, I think they made it extremely well. So, I'm going to put it in good. But the Class 166 I think is even better. If you didn't know, my Class 166 is my favourite train. Well, out of any train in the entire world. They also run on my local line, but not that often as the Class 165. And they're just really good, really nice. Their development, their new livery. I'm going to put them in brilliant, one notch higher. Oh my gosh. Class 170s. Oh my gosh. I could list an entire I could rant on for hours about how terrible these trains are. Remember, I absolutely loathe Turbo Stars. I once was on a Turbo Star. We were at the station. The doors failed to open for around 15 seconds, which is unacceptable. And then we just kept getting. We were extremely slow. Ended up 15 minutes late at Cardiff Central. They're absolutely atrocious. They're well made in Stepford County Railway, but still, it's just outside of life as well. They're just terrible. I'm putting them in bad. Class 171, I don't like them as well, but I think they're slightly nicer and they're slightly more reliable, and their model's very well done, and I love their livery and waterline. So I'm going to put them in not the best, but they're still pretty good. I don't like Class 185s. Because it's just a weird shape. It's just a bit weird, but I love them in their Airlink livery, and they're very well made, so I'm going to put them in not the best. However, the Connect version, I don't think it looks that good. The livery just doesn't really go well, and it looks quite plain. So honestly, I think it has to go into bad. Unlike the Airlink, it's just not the best. Class 195s. They've got a good shape, and I think they're a good model, and they're very reliable in real life, as I've seen in other YouTube videos, as I live in the south. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to put them in good, because their model is good, and they're a really nice train. Class 220 Voyager. The model's good, but they're not the best. They don't have the best punctuality. Although I love the livery and the looks, so I'm going to put them in decent. And there's like zero difference with the 221, really, in my opinion. The only difference is that it's one thing higher, and I think it's slightly upgraded. So I'm going to put that in decent as well, because they're exactly the same, Stepford County Railway. I don't really like 319s. They don't look the best, although they're very well made in Stepford County Railway. They're good memory, so I'm going to put them in not the best. 195s. They look absolutely astonishing in their livery. The looks look amazing. They're reliable in real life. I'm going to put them in brilliant, because you can't really say anything wrong about them. They are so nice. Sprinters. There are a lot on my local line, but I prefer Pacers to Sprinters. Please don't judge me. And I think they're still good. If there was a category between good and decent, I'll probably put it in. But the livery, not the best in not the best in Stepford Connect, and quite slow. Can only go 90 miles an hour. So I'm putting them in decent. Right. 332s, the fishbowl train. I'm putting them in decent, as they look quite cool and they're quite well made, but they're just because they're laggier than other trains. For me, they're laggier than other normal trains, and just as I know, so I just don't think I don't think the livery goes on that well with it, so I'm putting it there. 333s are exactly the same for exactly the same reason. But the livery looks kind of plain, but I like the front, but it's still quite laggy. These used to be my favourite trains when they were like some of the only paper trains, because other trains just lagged my computer. Paper trains were perfect. They were super fast. Don't normally end up really early at other stations. And yeah, and then that was when it was like only the 332, 333, and 380 were there. But then I used to always use these for Lynn to Stepford Central to Lynn. And there was this guy who in chat was really complaining because I was 10 minutes late at Lynn in the end, and he was going slightly faster. He had a train with 110 miles an hour, and he was less laggy. And I was slow and laggy, and I was delaying him. And yeah, I just ended up very late, 10 minutes late. So yeah, I'll keep in decent. Class 802s. I'm putting them in good as they run along my line. The livery looks cool and they just look pretty cool. The only thing that I don't really like about them is that the front looks a bit a bit weird. Sometimes it can be glitchy. Speaking of glitchy, sprinters with the livery, it's absolutely horrible. Yeah, you can see I think it was in my Leighton to Lynn, where I actually went from Leighton to Lynn and North Shore. The sprinter's livery was so glitchy and horrible. I think it was in that video. But sometimes it's not as horrible as the sprinter, but sometimes it can be a bit glitchy. So I'm putting in good. 801s, I'm gonna put them in decent because the livery, it looks cool, but then the train's glitchy and looks a bit ugly sometimes. And it's just not the best, and I think that deserves a place in decent again. 350s. I'm gonna please don't judge me, I'm gonna put them in not the best. Like, I like them in real life livery, but in Stepford County Railway, I know they've got a rainbow thing at the front, and it's a rainbow train. It just looks plain, like, the livery just looks too plain, and I just really don't like it. So, but it's not terrible, as they're in real life, their punctuality is quite good, and I like them for London, North Western Railway, and Transpennine Express. Wait, they have them for Transpennine Express, don't they? Yeah, they do, I think. So yeah. Right. These are going right at the top. I absolutely love the livery on them. The model is so well done. It looks so new and lovely. It's just amazing. It's just an amazing train. Everything about it looks astonishing. You can't say anything wrong about it. So that's why it's going right at the top at brilliant. 730s. Decent. They're a good train to start with Waterline. And that's why I like them. But they just look a bit ugly. And they're not even a real train yet. They're just a proposed one. But to be fair, that's the same with the 720. But yeah. Still, I reckon they're decent. 720. I think I'll put it in good. If there was one between brilliant and good, I think I'd put it there, but there isn't. It's brilliant. I love the look of it. The only thing is just that the livery again just makes it look too plain. Just doesn't look that nice or good. So that's why I'm only putting it in good. If they upgrade the livery, then it'll be a brilliant. 707s, not the best. I see them all the time, and the front just looks ugly, and they just don't look that good. Especially with the livery, it's plain. They're not as bad as they used to be. They used to be terrible. But yeah, they're not bad because I see loads of people using them, and they're good for guarding. I like guarding them. but still they're just pretty meh. Class 68. Good. There are two reasons why I put in good. One, I think it's the laggiest train in the game for me. It's horrible with the lag. Two, it's extremely expensive. I need to pay Robux or more extra points just to get it. But I love the livery and it's a very good train. It's very good for Transparent Express. The livery looks cool at the front, although the rest of the train's a bit meh, bit plain. I love the slam door thing, especially the sound effects. So that's why I'm putting it in good. I do not like 508. I could give you a whole list. But remember, I'm not trying to offend people, and I know loads of people like it, but it just doesn't look. It just looks a bit ugly. Doesn't look good. The livery's Merseyrail. I'm looking forward to your weird looking train thingies because these, I just don't like them. And remember, this is my opinion. I'm not saying, I know that, some people hate them, some people like them, but I just don't really like them, and they just don't seem that good. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it in bad. Right, this is going in good. The train looks good. The livery is a little bit plain, but it still looks cool, and it's a very well trained. I know loads of people. I think it's quite reliable for Southeastern. It looks good. The only complaint I have is that it only goes 75 miles an hour, which is quite slow, and that's really just not the best. It's just not that good. So I'm just only putting it in good and not brilliant. If I had like 100 miles an hour, I'd definitely put it right at the top at brilliant. But it doesn't. Right, these trains are going in decent. I like the look of that version, and the livery looks cool. But the thing is, the other version of it, which looks pretty cool as well, it can only go 75 miles an hour, and it's not the best made model either. So that's why I'm only putting it in decent. Alright, we're now on the top row, the final row. Right. They're decent. I know that the headlights are way too big and they sound like a vacuum cleaner, but they are pretty cool and pretty nice, and but they're way too expensive still. In fact, where did I put it? In fact, I think I'll actually move it to not the best because it's just not a well-made train. I like them in real life, but it's just not well made. They've got the slam door thing that's not as good as on the Class 68. I'm putting it in not the best. I'm not too keen on them. Right. Right, okay. I forget the class numbers of it. I think that one is a 387 on this. So they look nice in real life and on Airlink, and they're quite nice. I think I'm gonna put them in good, just because the front looks a bit questionable, but I still really like them. Right, no doubt about it. They're really good in real life. They've got astonishing livery and really good tour guard. 380s, right at the top of brilliant. Brilliant for ScotRail. Brilliant for Stepford County Railway. Brilliant model. Brilliant livery. There's no arguing about it. That's right at the top. 321s? I won't put them in brilliant, but again, the livery just looks a bit plain. I love the look of the train in real life. I like the blue livery, the special blue livery for Greater Anglia. It looks like it's for First Great Western. They're all First Great Western trains, but nope, it's for Greater Anglia, and it looks pretty cool. It's just that in Stepford County Railway, it's pretty plain, but I still like the look of it, so that's why it's going into good. Waterline, I believe this is like either 377 or 378. Decent. It's like the 387. It's just like the livery is a bit less. They're a good train real life. they go on the Great Western. They go between Newbury and London Paddington on the Great Western Railway main line. They're especially used between Reading and London Paddington. And they're a good train. It's just that in the game the livery's not as good as the Airlink, and I think that's why it's decent. It's got all the same reasons of that one, apart from the livery. So that's why I only put in decent. Brilliant. Connect one. Okay, it sounds like it's rigged, but that's not the best. It's all the same reasons for that train. They're quite nice, quite reliable, and stuff like that. But then the livery is even further down than that livery, and that's why it's just not the best. And the train at the front, it just looks a bit weird, and the headlights are a bit too big compared to the other trains. So yeah, class 380 Desiro, decent. They are a nice train, but they look a tiny bit weird, and I suppose the livery's alright, but it's not the best. So this right. These good. They're brilliant start. Everyone starts off with it. Everyone's driven one before. You start off with it, and yeah, people call it the noob train, but I think that's just a bit unfriendly, because otherwise, how else do you get points? You don't want to be a passenger for ages before you can drive. I think it's a really good train. It's just like it's quite laggy for me, and the livery looks a bit plain, but I still think it's a good train. And it doesn't deserve the title noob train. Right, so let's look through what we've done. So we've got the class 170, class 185 Connect, and class 508 at the bottom, as I just don't really like them. Not the best service, especially the liveries. Liveries are quite plain. I don't really like Connect liveries, apart from those three trains here, and where is it? Here. Because the 380 is absolutely astonishing. So yeah, not the best. We've got the class 171, because they're turbo stars, but they're still quite nice trains. 185 Airlink, 319, 350, 707, class 43, and class 377. Or was it class 378 and then the other? No, Waterline's 378. This one's 377, and that one's 387. Bit confusing. Then we've got in decent, both Voyagers, class 158 Sprinter, class 332 Airlink, 332 Airlink, 333 Connect, 801 Express, 730 Waterline. Oh wait, I never actually named that class. It's the 458. Those are 458. 458 Connect, 378 Waterline, 380 Airlink, and then in good we got 165, 331, 802, 720, 68, 465, 387. I've already forgot. I forgot this class number. How did I forget? 320. How did I forget? I think it's 320, but it probably isn't. What? Come back to me. I forgot the class number. I'm sorry. I don't know why. 378. And then right at the top, the best 166. Absolutely brilliant. 331. Oh wait, no, that was the 195 down there. Sorry, that was 195. 331. Super livery. 755. Nothing wrong with it. Livery looks amazing. Model's amazing. 380. Same with the 755. Livery's amazing. Models of it amazing. Brilliant to guard. Yeah, that one's pretty good to guard as well. And I like guarding 166s as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want to see some more tier list. I might rank like national rail stations, see what I can find. But still, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell Join my group. Link will be in the description if you want a chance to win 50 Robux. Then yeah, thanks for watching and goodbye.